Good morning, Miss Zen. So before I say anything, let's have 1 or 2 minutes of silence, please. When I talk about the practice of silence, meaning you recognize the sense of I am. I'm aware. Okay, that's 1 or 2 minutes. So my topic today is morality, concentration, and wisdom. In Chinese, we say 戒定慧. 戒 morality. Basically, all the traditional education, current education teaches us how to be a good man. So morality, generally speaking, you are a good man. You don't lie, you don't cheat, you don't steal, you don't rob, you don't kill. You are kind, you are caring, you want to help. You always full of positive energy, and so on. You're energetic. Basically, you're kind and good man. A lot of religion and tradition teach us to be a good man, so I won't spend my time here. The second, concentration or stillness. Also, there's a lot of tradition or culture, even religion, educate us to concentrate, to be still. So concentration by meditation, by mindfulness, we can experience a little bit now. So you can concentrate on your breathing. Inhale, rising of stomach. Exhale, falling of the stomach. Inhale, rising, a little bit pause. exhale, falling, a bit pause. Inhale again, pause, exhale, falling, pause. You can follow your rhythm. Let's practice 1 minute. So that's 1 or 2 minutes. Basically, concentration calm our unsettled mind because we are asking the mind to do one thing at one time with full attention. Like now, you're fully listening to me, maybe. You don't think about other things. You're fully engaged in this conversation or listening. So the key is once you notice you are off the object that you desire to concentrate, you bring your attention back to the object again. So object here means the falling and rising of the stomach area. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale. It seems that we tie our mind to a post, which is our stomach, the unsettled boat, coming to the home, coming to the, the port, to anchor itself through a post. It's an energy that the breathing become our post to hang on to, to still, to calm the mind. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, rising, pause, exhale, falling, pause. So your mind always attentive to the stomach area, like the mind is holding something to be calm and still. Makes sense, right? In the same way, you can apply this technique to any object from your 5 senses. Say now, looking at image, my image on your screen, fully attentive to this image. Thoughts arise, don't pay attention, you just bring your attention back to the looking. So right at this moment, while you're looking at me, there's a invisible connection. Things is as like a wire or rope connects to from your mind to my image. It's like a sailing. If our body mind is a sailing boat, now it's coming home to the seaport, and the sailor want to, parked the sailing boat to a place. So he tied the rope around a post. In the same way, like now, you're looking at me, there's a connection, there's a rope, invisible or visual or virtual, and tie your mind on this image. And you become calm. The body mind becomes calm. This is one-pointed concentration. And Miss Jane asked, when I consent to my belly or my breath, I have a mental image of my breath or my belly. Does this go away over time? So instead of body sensation, you have like a virtual image. So instead of one sense, now you involve 2 senses. It's okay. There's no conflicting. Breathe. Pause. Exhale. Pause. If you visualize an image of your breath or your belly, it's okay. The key is, can you concentrate both on the body sensation, the falling and rising of the stomach, and this image? If you can, then it's good. No worries. The purpose is to calm the mind. So there's another step. The second step is, once you find your mind is calm enough, you can letting go this concentration. Just purely observe, watch, both the two senses. For your case is the rising and falling of the belly. Also, the visualization or virtual image of your breathing. Can you purely watch it? It's like you don't attach to the two senses anymore. You lose your concentration on it and back to the pure observation. There's a little difference here. The second step, deconcentrate, defocus, meaning you're back to the awareness instead of the awareness reaching out to the senses. Now the awareness is back that kind of zoom out instead of zoom in. So in this context, you have more observation on the other senses too. Now your sense is not your attention is not on the belly or the image anymore. It's the open monitoring. You can also feel your surroundings, right? Say your smell, say your taste, say your body sensation. It's like you're relaxed. You're observing all the six senses, including the sixth one, mental activity, and other five, but you are not focused on any sense, okay? If you do the open monitoring, the mental image, your breath are still there, but you don't focus on it anymore. That's the difference. If I use a light, a bulb, so open monitoring is more like a white bulb. The light goes to every direction, evenly spread in the room of mind. Instead of one point concentration, it's more like a laser beam. One pointed, one direction, coherent and so on, if you study laser beam. So let's give you that two analogy is one point concentration is like laser beam directed to any object or any sense. That's one point concentration. The second is the open monitoring. Now the focus point becomes relaxed, going to all directions, like a white bulb, evenly distributed to the room of the mind. We can do both. So concentrate on my image. Look, completely. Hold tight. Focus. Okay, this is 1 point concentration. Okay, now defocus. Relax. Zoom out. You're still looking at me, but you're not focused on my image anymore. You're open monitoring. You are aware of every senses now, evenly distributed. Maybe you're listening the click of my clock, the clicking of my clock. You can feel your hands, smell, taste. Now relax. Very interestingly, in the Diamond Sutra, 金刚经, the essence, the very essential book, the very important book of Buddha's teaching, especially Mahayana, there's one sentence, and this sentence enlightened six patriarch Huineng. There's the sixth patriarch of Zen Buddhism or Chan in China. The sentence is 因以不住而生其心. 因以不住而生其心 means you are aware of every object in your awareness. Open monitoring, right? That's the meaning of open monitoring. You're aware of every data, information, energy flow, outside and inside of body, but you're not focused on any of them. You're not resisting, attaching, judging, pure observation. 因以不住而生其心. 不住, not resting. You don't rest your mind on any object, but you're aware. You're conscious. You're present. You're not, so at the same time, if I use negation, you're not disturbed. You're not distracted. You're not triggered by the memory, by a word, by behavior, by situation. You know what I'm saying, right? The wars in Ukraine, you know it. There's news, there's a bomb in Ukraine, but you're not disturbed. 因以不住而生其心。You know the news, but you're not disturbed. Most people don't have this power. Once they read the news, they're disturbed. So here, stillness, because your attention is not on any object, your attention is on your awareness itself. You see that direction? If you focus on anything, your attention goes out. I mean, from this view, from your point of eyes looking that view, you're going out to that bombing in the Ukraine, and if you rest your attention there, you're disturbed. You become stressed, anxious, sad, angry. No, back to the awareness. Purely watch. Only when you have this power of letting go, of deconcentrate, of relaxing, you can try to help, to reach out again. Otherwise, you're disturbed. You become the victim of that news. Any news, Kirsten, any news, if you don't have this power of letting go, deconcentrate, defocus, just be or be aware, you are disturbed. You're in trouble. You're in that trouble. You're looking at. You see that connection? The thing you're looking at, if you focus your attention on that thing, there's connection between you and that thing, no matter what situation or what news or a person or memory. Once you rest your attention or memory, you have your attention on that thing, especially the negative thing, situation, people, memory, emotion, and so on, you suffer. Why? Because you are in the trouble. You build that connection through your attention, through your interest. You become victim of that situation. You're in that web of situation. That situation is kind of, let's say, it's a great energy. Okay, it's now I'm looking from that situation. That situation connects to you because you feed your attention to the situation. Uh-oh, you're in trouble. You become anxious, stressful, disturbed, unsettled. You're in anger. No. Once you notice you are becomes anxious, unsettled, agitated, cut through. Boom. Disconnect, deconcentrate. For this concentration is more deconcentrate back to the awareness itself. Back to awareness now. Even here, I'm talking a good thing. This is a good situation. This is good image. This is good, thing. You can still deconcentrate from the goodness. Back to your original face. The sense of I am is always there. Pure, calm, still, complete, perfect, luminous, transparent, open, connective, full of love, compassion, and understanding. The attributes of pure awareness. Only when you can rest yourself in in these attributes, you have power to say, to help, to reach out again, because now you're connected to the cosmic energy. You're connected to the wisdom, full of power and strength, incontaminated and uncontaminable. You're still watching all the phenomena outside, but you are not contaminated, you're not defiled. And even more, you're uncontaminable. You see that power? Miss Sensei, how to practice those two practices? Should I during the meditation or half of the time during my meditation? So it all depends on your situations because everybody is kind of different. So from one point concentration, you can practice in your everyday job or routine while you're doing something. While you're doing something, one point concentration is very practical, is very constructive, is very efficient, and productive. You can say while you write email, you're fully focused on the typing, on the words and sentences. You're fully in that activity. Or while you're talking to a person, you're fully in that conversation, holding that person's body and mind. It's such a beautiful place. It's such a beautiful thing. So one point concentration helps your every doing. Okay, basically we have another sentence, mindfulness. You're so mindful of what you're doing. If I have a broader meaning of mindfulness, mindfulness is meditation in action. So one point concentration is meditation in action. You're doing something. There's a strong connection between the awareness and the thing you're doing. There's a connection. You can like that virtual connection, virtual rope. While you look at me, there's something here. Okay. If even it's invisible, but once you're looking at me, there's a virtual connection. Make sense? In the same way, while you're touching, while you're brushing your teeth, fully have that physical connection with your brush, with your teeth, the sense of brushing up and down, up and down. Maybe you're holding a cup. For sure, you're holding a brush. That whole sensations, that all sensations in one movement. And it's a dynamics, you see, it's a dynamic movement in the material world, in the phenomenal world. There's nothing is still. There's not, everything is in a small motion or big motion, or small movement or big movement. That's the wisdom. Okay, that's actually we talked about some wisdom already. So for one-point concentration, mindfulness, you can apply it in your everyday life, in your everyday doing, but also have some, time of sitting meditation, doing nothing, sit quiet, open monitoring, everything. But again, if your mind is not calm enough, invite your mind to do one-point concentration first, because one-point concentration, for example, on the breathing, calms the mind very quickly, very efficiently. You can use 2 or 3 minutes of one-point concentration before you do the open monitoring. Like now, you're relaxed. You're open monitoring every phenomena. And the key is you're not disturbed. Okay, you're not distracted, because the sense of I am is here, watching the 6 senses, especially here, the mind. Because the mind, the 6th sense, is the translator, interpreter of the 5 senses. It's from here. Everybody's translation is different. Everybody's interpretation of the 5 senses is different. Everybody's labeling of the material world is different. That's why we have we have only one planet Earth. We have 7 billion different worlds. Because of what? Because translation, interpretation, projection is different. Here is the boss of the other 5 senses. The translation is different here. And the master can be no translation at all. No translation, no interpretation, no labeling, no judgments, no resistance, no attachments. He see whatever is. The master see, that's it. You see, everything's here in front of you. Can you see it or no? That's the only difference between a layer and the master. And on top of this, a master can use the 5 senses, can use the 6 senses, including the mind, to help. So all 6 senses become a master's servants. 6 servants. A master has 6 servants. And more, maybe. I mean, from his or her perspective. So instead of the 6th sense becomes a trigger point, all the 6 senses becomes a servant. You see that transformation? Okay, that's the wisdom. Okay, let's go on the wisdom. Several times. That's great and appreciable. Yes, understood. Just the silent process. Presence and observe to be the mirror and not the fusion with this image. Yes, very good. This sounds great. Uncontaminable. Yes, Kirsten, your pure awareness is uncontaminable. It seems contaminated or defiled because, you don't recognize the awareness itself. The conscious mirror cannot be influenced by any reflections in the mirror. How could it be? That's called true power, you see? Nothing can shake you anymore. The unconditioned ease of the body-mind is always there, here and now. Nobody can take it away. Nobody can shake it off. It's unshakable. So let's go on. We still have wisdom not finished. So wisdom is the part that is different from other religion, from other culture. Wisdom is the essence that different from all other religion and cultures. That's speciality of Buddhism. Wisdom is the speciality of Buddhism. Okay? Morality and concentration, there's a lot of culture, religion talk about it. It's common in Buddhism too. But why Buddhism is so different? Because of the wisdom. So we talk about mirror-like wisdom. You are a conscious mirror. And this mirror is not two-dimensional, okay? It's not even three-dimensional. It's at least four-dimensional. Space and time are included now. I would say its dimension is higher than four-dimensional. Because four-dimensional is perceived. Four dimensions, space-time, every situation, every memory, every body sensation, everything is included in your awareness. So it must be higher than four dimensions. This mirror, this conscious mirror, is higher than four dimensions in terms of dimensions. Okay, because it's our experience. So wisdom in this mirror-like realization, you notice the true teaching of Buddha is emptiness. No phenomena, no reflection has essence in its existence. Because, for example, the computer in front of you or the cell phone in front of you now relies a lot of condition to exist. So if I put very simple, when this arises, that arise, a condition. When those arise, and when these arise, those arise. That's in an affirmative way, affirmation. Let's say we could also explain it in a negative negation. When this does not arise, that does not arise. When this don't arise. Those don't arise. Very beautiful conclusions from Buddha's teaching. Everything in the web of conditioning. I condition you, you condition me, A condition B condition C conditions D conditions E condition F condition, G and H, an infinite web of conditioning. So in this way, nothing exists by itself. Everything exists because of other conditions. Emptiness. You realize Buddha's teaching is so beautiful. First wisdom. Second wisdom, impermanence. It also implies that nothing is permanent, because when this condition disappear, that phenomena disappear. When those conditions disappear, these phenomena disappear too. There's no permanent phenomena in the world. Not a computer, not a book, not a table, not a tree, not a raindrop. Not even a star. Everything has a lifespan. Okay, maybe I have a little bit time limit today. I will talk more about wisdom, or have the second part for this conversation. Maybe tomorrow, maybe. I have to say goodbye to you, maybe in silence.